Alright, this is JD doing Geek from Guitar Rockschool 2012 syllabus run through and then some pointers regarding technique at the end.
Geek. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I wanted to just mention 4 points of technique. First of all is to keep tight right hand control. Most of the time you want to brace your right hand, that is rest it somewhere on the guitar. I've chosen the corner of the bridge there. And you want to make sure if you're doing, say, a 2-note power chord or a 3-note power chord, you don't overshoot and get extra strings in there. So nice tight control of the right hand, and wherever possible rest it. Okay. Secondly, when it comes to palm muting, what you're listening out for is a kind of increased bass response when you get it right. So there's a note, and if I rest the fleshy part of my hand where the string meets the saddle, it boosts the bass. But if I'm too far forward, it kills the note. Too far back, and it's all pure note. So you want to get half and half with that chunky bassy sound. If I could just demonstrate bars 13 to 14. That's a tricky bit because it's got a string skip and the muting in there. So that note on the G there, you want to make sure that's properly muted. Can you hear how much better that was the second time there? So it's mute and then unmute. And if you mute in well, when you take it off, the contrast should be nice and clear. In the solo, I think you should save your flash licks for about 2/3 of the way through. I start off with a kind of a melodic motif using octaves, which is common in pop punk. Something like that. I made it a little bit more melodic than the standard E minor pentatonic by adding the note F sharp. So that's something you can do to smooth out your melody. And then about 2/3 of the way through, then you can bust out your flash licks. I went for some bends. of vibrato in there as well. But you want to then take it down towards the end of the solo, because you don't want to still be blazing when it's time for the quiet bit. My final point, in section I, there's some dead notes marked with a cross on the notation or the tab. This is where you gently rest the left hand, or the fretting hand rather, on the strings and thrack to get that dead noise. You don't want to catch a natural harmonic, so avoid those places on the fretboard until you get a nice dead sound down there. Okay, don't press too hard, otherwise it makes notes totally dead. Okay, enjoy.